What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods, XY, Big C, man. Listen, we back in the building. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You already know what the deal is. Listen, ASAP Ferg got a new album called Daryl. He's sharing some really personal things. Now, I wanted to talk about this because it kind of has a correlation with some of the things that we've been seeing going on as of late. On this album, he opened up about situations that occurred in his childhood. And it goes on to say Ferg opened up why he chose to reveal his experience of being molested as a child in a deeply personal track on his new album, Daryl. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this was in correlation to Kendrick and the Mother I Sober record. Now, if you don't recall, a little while back, lyrics in Kendrick's song were misinterpreted deliberately, I think, by the likes of people like DJ Academics and Drake fans. We all remember Drake on the record misinterpreting the records and saying what he said.
Wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Fuck me. I just made the whole connection. Stupid.
And while, everybody who's listened to the record can 100% understand what's being said, for some reason, the guys on that side just don't know how to decipher lyrics, right?
First of all, he misreads the text. The text itself is about the fact that his mother assumed that he must have been abused because of the abuse that she suffered herself.
And we know it was all done purposely, right? For sure. Like, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It was done purposely. They were deliberately misinterpreted, to fit whatever narrative was trying to be painted. ASAP Ferg is talking about this on his new, I guess I gotta stop saying ASAP Ferg. Ferg opened up about this. And honestly, I think this is super commendable for him to have the courage to do this. So the lyrics go, at 10, I was drowned in touch when I was in the pool. All breath left my body where I couldn't move. Violated, hand on by a bigger dude. Seconds felt like forever, really wasn't cool. When he see me around the block, he'd smile and laugh as if we had a little secret. I hated that. Thinking about what he did really made me mad. Even thought about murder. Wanted to kill his. Told nobody except my cousin. One time he made a joke, but he ain't know nothing. I asked God why me, let me know something. Now this is like one of the biggest reasons why when I made that video about, somebody like DJ Academics laughing and joking about somebody's trauma.
I'm so fucked up over my cousin finger fucking me when I was 8. Bro, chill out, man. Don't be so hard on yourself. He was hard on me. Oh my God, this is bad.
This is why I say it's not a joke, because we look at things like this. There's a lot of people out there who haven't talked about their trauma or don't have an avenue to talk about their trauma and don't want to talk about it, right? And you look at somebody like Ferg and you probably would have never guessed that something like this happened, right? And again, I want to commend his courage for coming out to share that and say something about it, because this is the problem that we have. A lot of times we sit and people think like things are jokes and it's funny. DJ Academics sitting and laughing about this was one of the most tasteless things ever. All for the sake of fitting an agenda that you want to fit. Now, Ferg did talk about this on the Breakfast Club. And let's see what he had to say.
Open up about some pretty tragic things like that happened to you as a kid.
Yeah, so I mean, it took me 8 years to write Pool. Like, it was 3 songs that I had wrote to get to that point, and then I linked up with my boy Kirby, and we got in the studio, and he's just like, yo, bro, like, you itching towards it, and you're scratching the surface in this song, Innocent Child, when you need to, like, really just dive in and just go crazy. I called it Pool because it was an incident that happened in a pool when I was a young kid, and everybody's around and everything like that, and, for me, it was, like, weird, and then I was like, and it was, like, 1 second, but I'm like, why? And it just made me ask why. And I wanted to basically create a piece of art that my kid could find, or like kids could find and listen to it and let them know that, like, the things that happen to you, it doesn't define you.
It doesn't define you, yeah.
Exactly. And then also I was thinking, like, all these rappers and people just be like, yo, we on Demon Time. We on Demon Time. I'm like, when has that ever been cool to be on Demon Time? People don't even know where that energy comes from. And I understand, because, like, I got homies that's in it. Like, so sometimes you forced to be in it. But if you're not forced to be in it, then it's like, why you want to be on demon time? Like, we should be like wanting to help each other.
Now, obviously, there's people out there with worse situations. Like, he had a moment, you know, in that pool where whatever happened to him, he had that moment and he shared that. And that's just him being vulnerable at that point. And listen, I'm for the whole message of him showing people that what happens to you does not define you. And I think there's a lot of people out there that need that message. And this is why I say, you know, when you make music with substance, when you make music that is relatable, people gravitate towards stuff like that. And this is why I think artists like Ferg, artists like Kendrick, artists like Tyler, the Creator, people who make music, you know, with the purpose that have messages in them that people can gravitate to. I think him just opening up about that says a lot. And I just wanted to bring this up because I think a lot of people think stuff like this is stuff to look down on artists for sharing. And, you know, and I bring that back to Kendrick with the Mother I Sober. Like when Drake, you know, made his, you know, his whole connection, people on that side looked at it as something that they could make fun of him about. You feel me? And that's the problem we have, is that people think they can make fun of people's trauma. And I feel like that's completely wrong, you know? Like, even if the roles were reversed, right? And Kendrick has said something about Drake, you know, having a situation, or Drake being taken advantage of. Even that's not a thing that we want to glorify, making fun of somebody's trauma. And, you know, I feel like I have this stance I have on it because at the end of the day, you never know what somebody's going through. I would never expected Ferg to say something like that. But again, that just proves the point that you don't know what anybody else is going through. You know, somebody could have trauma that they're dealing with that they don't know how to deal with it or how to even talk about it. So I just say that to say, like, let's not get into this space of forgetting that people have trauma and dismissing the trauma that people have. This is why, you know, I stand the way that I stand, because there are people in this world that do things that people would think like, yo, they would never do that. Just like you see people who are victims of it that you wouldn't even think were victims of it. And then you have people that do shit that you would never know would do the shit. So this is why I never put shit past people. This is why I can't look at a situation like, I know he wouldn't do that, like some people be doing out here. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand that you do not know these people. All these people that you are fans of, all these people that you're fanned out about, you don't know these people. So you don't know what they would do and what they wouldn't do behind closed doors. And that's my 2 cents on it, man. But shout out to Ferg. Shout out to him for living his truth in his records. Shout out to him for making music with substance. And this is what music is about. This is what the art is about. The art is about not just making music and making something that some people can listen to and dance to and do all this shit. It's making something that somebody out there can connect to, you know? And it's not to say your whole album got to be about this and that, but sometimes you got to get on a record and talk to people. You feel me? But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, man. Make sure y'all check out that Daryl from Ferg, and y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Listen, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. Violate that like button. You already know what it is. It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.
Wait, I'm the truth, you ain't never lied. Top down, all crews like vanilla sky. All this hate against the kid, it should be televised. Afraid of heights, not me, I'm forever fly. Yup, I'm back, but I never left. You niggas left ain't coming back, son, that's kinda death. Matter of fact, I made it better, y'all was wasting breath. I hold it down while you're gone, won't even know you're left.